All right, psychology of shopping, right? So let's kind of break into. We just did search psychology, kind of how people can search it, millions of different ways potentially, right? Kind of no search might be like compared to how we think and how we actually then put how we think onto the search engine, right? So how does that apply to shopping? Since shopping is built off of the search engine, right? The main thing to remember is it is built off the search engine. How does that impact the ads that we can show, and how do shopping ads actually kind of fit into your targeting desire? How do they fit into your kind of return? All kind of stuff. So the first thing is expectations are varied in shopping, right? Some people might be expecting a search ad. Some people might be expecting a shopping listing, right? If they're not met, let's say they see a lot of search ad or shopping ads, they might go scroll below and go for a shopping ad or organic listing, right? Or if they expect a shopping listing, but Google didn't give any, they might go to the shopping tab and then either get hit by the shopping ads up top, or we'll see the free listings in shopping, right? So they're a little bit different in terms of expectation. When I talk about expectation in the psychology of search, that's more based on what they expect to what answers they see to their problem, versus shopping might be the, hey, they expect to see what the price looks like, they expect to see the price points, right? So that's always a kind of a good thing to think about, just identifying, okay, if I look up my product right now, what am I going to get? What are there a lot of competitors in shopping, a lot of competitors in search? Kind of tailor that to what strategy you need, right? So the searches are similar, but often will have extra identifiers, more specific variables that make it desirable to them, right? That could be more generalized stuff like color, size, brand. That could be, let's say Nike basketball shoe or basketball shoe size 11 with, say blue, whatever, right? Kind of key variables that then will get pulled from your data feed to actually make sure you're appearing for that. And that's why it's so crucial to actually take the time and optimize your data feed accordingly so it's built out as possible, so you know exactly, Google knows exactly what that product is, what the variable of it is, what the product type it is, all that good stuff. Or the searches could be more research based. What is it? Reviews, best, new, latest, release date, right? Kind of more research based stuff, and that could still be applicable to shopping because you want to make sure your ads are there when they're searching for that kind of stuff. Now, the linear path to conversion is over. Don't expect someone to search basketball shoe and buy the very first thing they see. That's not how it works, right? Shopping is used a lot in the research process. Either we're looking at competitors, pricing, reviews, a myriad of of other factors. And this is actually a graph from like 2019, so it's probably even more so defined out now. But this is the latest one I can see from Google's study. Is it takes on average 10 sources before making a purchase, and 90% of them switch between devices and platforms to complete tasks. Right. So they could start at YouTube. They then go to Google Map, back to search, a display ad or a Google app ad, Gmail ad, and then search it directly, go to your website directly, organically, whatever. And on average, 3-4 years ago now, it took 10 times, 10 sources, right? 10 different sources before making a purchase. And now imagine in today's world, post what happened in 2020, 2021, when e-commerce exploded and the kind of online focus really started happening. Imagine now with all these ads and all different conversion paths for most people here. So just keep that in mind. It's not going to be a one click to one ad purchase. You're going to have a lot of research clicks, and you'll see them coming back through. And attribution will be a little bit messy on the shopping side, but it's needed in terms of kind of just having this as a campaign site for most e-commerce brands. Then, lastly, here I want to talk about repeated exposure, right? So the more times people see your ads, the better likelihood that they will convert with you, and you're creating a kind of a trust here, right? It can be subconsciously, it doesn't have to be for sure, but if you create, if I see your ad 2 times every time I look up something, I see your shopping ad and I see a search at the same time, that inherently builds trust with me as a consumer who I don't know about Google Ads, right? I just see you at the top of the page for shopping and search. I must think you're a good product. I see good reviews. I see a fair price. I see really good images, right? A good website. That creates inherent trust with a brand to a consumer. And that multiplies the more you do that, right? So if it's a long research process or a longer sales cycle, if it's a more expensive product, a more customized, unique product, but I see you time in and time out across YouTube, shopping, search, all the time, just seeing your ads, not in an overly frequency way, right? Not overly too much in your face, but just enough when I'm doing my research process, comparing you to competitors, looking up reviews, but I still see you over and over and over again. That's going to increase the likelihood of actually choosing you versus competitor if prices are similar, if products look the same, right? If you're a reseller, right? So again, keep that in mind. A lot about shopping is just being on that same search results page as your search ad, but now you're on it twice. That's double the real estate for free unless they click you either way. So think about that. You always want to make sure you're running search and shopping ads together. Usually on the e-commerce side, search is not as profitable as shopping because it's more expensive. Conversion rates aren't as high. Usually, right? This is I'm not saying all the time, but it does usually follow, like, CPCs are a little bit cheaper on the shopping side. People can see what your product looks like, what the price is, what some reviews are, what it looks like, all that kind of stuff before even clicking. Versus a search ad, you might be able to get a price asset on that page, and maybe a visual asset in terms of image asset. But it's not guaranteed, and the shopping behavior is a little bit different. Kind of looking at a product and seeing what it is right before that happens. So overall, you always want to run both. Usually, shopping is a little bit more profitable, and then that is pretty much it for the shopping psychology. And I'll link below some good resources that you can go through from the Google side to see, okay, how has consumer psychology shifted over the last 10 years, and how you can actually use that to your advantage today.